Measure said to boost risk for putting users' content online. Backers say narrow bill aimed at Backpage won't harm Internet. Google and Facebook Incorporated are among companies opposing a Senate bill aimed at squelching online trafficking of children, a stance that makes the Silicon Valley giants uneasy allies of a website accused of providing an advertising platform for teen prostitution. The companies and tech trade groups say online providers will face greater liability for speech and videos posted by users if U.S. lawmakers move against Backpage.com and its online classified ads. Bill supporters disagree, saying the measure creates a narrow exception to deter lawbreakers and won't harm the Internet. There's clearly a problem as victims of sex trafficking advertised on Backpage repeatedly lose before judges who cite the federal immunity, said Yada Sauras, general counsel for the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, a nonprofit group. Time and again victims are getting kicked out of court, even though there is trafficking going on. The tech companies say they agree with the purpose of the law, but fear the unintended consequences. They want to preserve immunity they won from Congress 2 decades ago, after the brokerage dramatized in the film The Wolf of Wall Street sued an online service over critical comments posted on message boards. Now at least 28 U.S. senators have signed on to the effort to retract some of that protection granted during the dawn of the commercial Internet. A hearing on the bill is scheduled for September 19. In recent days Oracle Corporation and 21st Century Fox Incorporated have endorsed the measure. Congress looks to block Backpage from avoiding liability, CBI. The Internet Association, a Washington-based group with members including Alphabet Incorporated's Google, Facebook, Twitter Incorporated and Snap Incorporated, said in an email that sex trafficking is abhorrent and illegal. But, the group wrote, the bill is overly broad and would create a new wave of frivolous and unpredictable actions against legitimate companies rather than addressing underlying criminal behavior. Google, asked for its position on the bill, referred to a blog post by its Vice President of Public Policy, former U.S. Representative Susan Molinari. While we agree with the intentions of the bill, we are concerned the measure would hinder the fight against sex trafficking. Smaller websites anxious to avoid liability for knowingly aiding sex traffickers might stop looking for and blocking such content, Molinari said. We, and many others, stand ready to work with Congress on changes to the bill, and on other legislation and measures to fight human trafficking and protect and support victims and survivors, she wrote. New Wexler, a Facebook spokesman, declined to comment. At issue is the 9-lives existence of Backpage.com, called the leading online marketplace for commercial sex by a Senate investigative subcommittee. The website, with a look similar to the popular Craigslist classified site, contains listings that offer services localized by city, according to the report. An adult category was pulled from the site as legislative scrutiny intensified, Senator Claire McCaskill, a Missouri Democrat, said at a January hearing. She asked whether the cessation marked the end to Backpage's role in online sex trafficking of children, or just a cheap publicity stunt. Read more: Why Republicans Want to Nix U.S. Net Neutrality Rules. Backpage accepted ads that contained words such as Lolita, teen, innocent and schoolgirl, and before publishing stripped them of the terms to conceal that they indicated child sex trafficking, according to the Senate report. Still, ads find ways to indicate a child is being sold, for instance listing a sweet young cheerleader and a new hottie with very low mileage, according to a 2016 filing at the U.S. Supreme Court asking justices to hear a victim's case against Backpage. The court denied a hearing. The Dallas-based site, once part of the Village Voice Media Group, has repeatedly fended off attempts by prosecutors and trafficking victims to shut it down, successfully arguing that the immunity conferred by Congress protects its activities. Still, legal scrutiny is a constant. A federal prosecutor in Arizona is conducting a grand jury investigation and indictments may result, Backpage told a Washington state court in a February filing. Liz McDougall, general counsel for Backpage, didn't supply a comment. In one recent case, a California judge threw out charges of pimping, saying federal law shielding websites even applies to those alleged to support the exploitation of others by human trafficking, who could face flood of suits if Section 230 weakens. Read more. The California judge cited another recent case, in which the same part of federal law was found to protect Facebook from lawsuits brought by terror victims who claimed the social media giant helped groups in the Middle East, such as H.